I was immediately shot back to my own reality. Or at least a reality I was comfortable with. I hate that guy already. But now I know one thing for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. I have no idea what to think right now. The confusion inside of me intensifies. Does this mean I get to go back and find out what happens if I broke the non-disclosure? It's like billions of voices are fighting in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Hey, are you coming? Keela stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing up. It appears that my body has moved on its own, almost like something momentarily took over. Did I say something wrong? Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know that I was lost in my own train of thought. He seems to giggle, as if it was a pun. I decided to take the credit for it, perhaps in an attempt to ease my inner turmoil. This is going for a while. At least he waited for me, or I'd be clueless right now. That's the last thing I'd want to be. Alone and confused in Tokyo. Bad combination. I apologize for the delay as we exit the train. Fright looms over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight would change everything. So this is interesting so far. Earlier that day, in the courtrooms of Terra, planet far from Earth. Oh, great. This is not a planet, yet closer than was known to any. Oh, okay. That's a cool jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I present to you Lord Player. Player? Player? I don't know. Your current leader in the race for mayor. And with that, your future king. I've been his humble servant for years, and through that I'm certain of one thing. He will bring Terra to an age of prosperity. Lord Player. Come now, Riley, you embarrass me. I'd rather speak for myself. But they need to hear me. I shall speak of this prosperity on my own. This is something every Terran must hear. Under our current king, we are doomed. Pray. Forgive me, Lord Player. I did not mean to embarrass you. Yes, you did. Not in front of all these people. Yes, you did. I mean you no quarrel, Riley. Have a seat. I'll call you as needed. Yes, my lord. Allow me to ask you all a question. You do not need to answer vocally. Just ponder on it as food for thought. If I may paint an image in your minds, you have a starving family. Your only desire is to feed them. You work harder than you ever have before, but you only have enough food to feed half. The rest of your family will simply starve. Though before you can eat, there's a knock. A violent rapping on the door of your home. You learn that it's someone new to Terra. They fled the destruction of their home. All they want is a new life on our soil. They beg for your food, almost dying. But if you feed them, your family suffers. In this case, charity is a curse. They live and your family may die. So what would you do? Would you help a stranger? Even if it goes on to hurt your family? That's a good question. I believe I know what your answer is. Why would I let my family die? Why would I give a stranger my food? I do not blame you if that is your answer. You work so hard for sustenance. Why are you expected to just give it away? Why is Terra expected to give it away? This is the portrait painted of our world, a place to be taken advantage of, used. We can barely sustain ourselves, yet we need to care for these immigrants? Well, that's not nice. Your current king is making fatal mistakes. He gives everything away, freely. and he calls himself the Immortal King. If he truly lived for several millennia, well, you'd think he'd have common sense. Something Terra has been lacking as of late. Every immigrant we accept, there are another stroke on our canvas, one that paints us as lax and lazy. The more we accept into our world, the more we condemn ourselves to accept. This is the power of that word of mouth. At this rate, we will all die. Regardless of our origin, we will starve. I wanted a strict immigration law. Even this would not help us. You don't allow a disease to run rampant. We need to cure this blight permanently. All this does not sound good. A vote for player will give us severance. A disconnect from all the other worlds. No longer will they be able to use us. If elected, I will devote my life to this. I will ensure Terra's independence and our base right to live fulfilling lives. Only then will we be free from immigration. Only then will our resources be our own. That is all. Will there be any questions? I have a question for you, Lord Player. If you're accepting, of course. Please speak, my child. My name is Kalen. Please refrain from calling me child. I'm not one of your blind followers. He's taken aback. The real problem lies with your greed. You are noble. You have so much food. Why do you hoard and say we've run short? What? If people like you learned to share, well, we'd all be leading happy lives. You're a single man, yet I've seen some inside reports. You hoard enough food to feed dozens. Inside reports? Wouldn't it be more fitting to share? The supply is there, Lord Player. Your campaign is based on a lie. And why do you have so much food? You don't look that round to me. This is why Lord Velasquez wants a thief. Not on everybody, just the rich. So I don't think you care about our food, or any resources for that matter. You only care about removing foreigners. So my question is, what is the true reason you seek severance? Oh, he's pissed. What gives you the right to say this? You're speaking to your future king. Future king? Don't make me laugh. You're avoiding the question. Where is your proof? Accusations require evidence, Kalen. Something I'm sure you don't have. I laugh at the notion that I am hoarding, especially enough to feed dozens of people. I know the importance of giving. I would never keep that while others starve. Really? You fooled me. That story you just told everyone was about not sharing and giving. I asked why you seek severance, and you go and get this defensive? Your hatred speaks volumes, Lord Player. There's no need to discriminate here. Everyone deserves food and shelter, not just those native to Terra. I seek severance to be independent. I only want to share amongst our own. I don't want a reputation of charity. I want Terra to thrive on its own. If we keep giving things away, we only give up a bad image of ourselves. Well, even if you did achieve severance, we'd still be full of immigrants. Not only that, but their descendants too. How does this make you feel? Simple. We'd establish a new Terra. Once we are severed, we'd all be natives. We'd unite as a self-sustaining world. Interesting thought. Funny you should bring that up now. Rebranding our entire world? You think that'd be part of your campaign? Typical politician. Making things up. Turning all the negatives into positives. I'll give you credit, but I'm not fooled. I ask again for proof, child. Fine, your servant Kabu has all of it. He provided a peculiar shipping manifest. Should be all we need to prove this. What? Oh, and the evidence substantiates his claims. Claims of hearing immigrant hate speech. A nightly pastime of yours, it seems. I'll let him handle it from here. I can confirm all that Kaylan said. Kabu, you traitor! What have I done to deserve this? Probably a lot. At first I thought Player was my friend. I know I'm not from Terra, but he made me feel wanted, like a son. But he started to hate immigrants so much, I realized more that I was only being used. He just wanted a cheap servant. And now recently, he's been hoarding food, creating nothing but an artificial shortage. One he can conveniently blame on immigrants. And one that he can use as cover. He conveniently hides his hatred while supporting his campaign for mayor. The problem isn't coming to Terra, it's the greed of those that live on it. Our immortal king speaks the truth. Teeth on the upper class, yes, then everyone would be fed. Vote for Velic's continued reign. This should be interesting. You know you speak lies. Why are you doing this, Kabu? Please look at the shipping manifest. I'll place it here for all to see. Then you may so that you may all see that you may know Player's true nature. Remember, he owns a lot of land on Terra. This is one of but many instances. I'm positive he hoards at his other homes. Forged! The evidence is forged! Do not trust such infantile accusations. It was likely created by Velic. Riley, have a word with the people. Ensure they realize Kabu's deceit. And guards, please detain those two men. Interesting. Are we back on Earth? I hope we're back on Earth. We notice that there aren't many people standing around. The initial rush must have already subsided. At least Keela waited for me. How long was I out? Well, I guess this is it, huh? Kind of pictured a grander entrance, but there's really nobody here. Oh well, I should have expected less. That way you don't get disappointed. It's better than getting your hopes up. That was sure an odd way of looking at things. Of course, nothing about Keela was normal. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange numbers, just in case. I'll be in touch about the maid cafes. I read about some really cool ones. He pulls out his phone and awaits my information. I pull out my phone out of my pocket and do the same. After a few moments pass, we exchange our digits. You got Keela's contact information. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. I'm always glad to make a new friend. He starts to scurry away. I hope he's a texter. I hate getting phone calls. It seems so weird. I could agree with this. Our generation is definitely hooked on text messages. Wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook never gave me detailed information. I expected to be right here when I got off. I don't see anyone at all, actually. I quickly turn a corner and bump into a helpless woman. Hey, watch where you're going, will you? I step back and immediately apologize. I tell her I was just looking for my friend Rook. I explain the fact that I'm a foreigner and... Foreigner? Oh, so am I! But I'm no concierge. You should probably tell your friend to meet you at the atrium. She points towards a large, low, open area. I guess that's a good enough landmark. I thank her and start to follow her direction. Before I get too far, my hand grips my shoulder. Oh no, could it be that man again? Please give me some peace, or some peace and quiet today. Hey! Why is the platform on its side now? Yes, we're that lonely. I'm extremely relieved. For a moment I thought it might have been that man again. But no, this must be Rook. What does it mean by talking to myself? Whatever. I'm glad you're here. The PA speakers mentioned possible delays, and that's not something I can tolerate. We're on a strict schedule. STRICT. He starts typing away on his tablet. strict. Adjective. Acting in close conformity and... I hate him already. God, that sound tastes horrible. Ever heard of that word before? Wow. And I thought Kilo was a character. Although I guess I'd be a little upset if he was boring. No one likes a stick in the mud. So, where's the other one? I was confused. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. I asked him for clarification. The other contestant winner, I mean. We were supposed to be together. Wait. What? Insufferable. I hate being lied to. Drop the act. Seriously, where is he? Hey, I have no idea. Shouldn't be anyone in the train except for Keela. Oh, god damn it. So, someone shuffles towards us. Oh, here he is. You were watching us? That's exceedingly creepy. What a group. We have ourselves a stalker. And someone who talks to themselves too. I don't understand either. I was clearly getting directions from that woman. I wasn't watching you, I'm just shy. And hold on a second. You're the other contestant winner? He really emphasizes the word "you're." I'm not sure if I should take offense to this or not. Although I'm glad I didn't break the NDA. Rook would have found out for sure. I guess I should have expected it. Both on the same train, both English speakers. It adds up. Heh. Well, either way, I have to say I'm really glad it's you. God damn, we're stuck with him. Even if it was only for a few minutes. We can go to a maid cafe for... Oh, god damn it. Yay for spending time together. He's ecstatic. Yes, of course, save the game. A maid cafe, you say? I'd highly advise against that. They're just a waste of time. Oh, thank God. Maid cafes attract a certain clique. Click. What's that supposed to mean? Whatever you want it to mean, I guess. Thanks for making plans about me, though. It's nice to know that my input is valuable. Well, what did you have in mind? Nothing really. I guess that's where you get off lucky. There's been something of a delay. You won't meet Klace for a day or two. So my new task is simple. Waste time. I'm supposed to take you where you want. That is, until things get back on track. Why were you mad? Yeah, that's a good point. You didn't even have any ideas. I'm changing the subject now. Okay, I kind of like him a little bit. I know a few hot ones to attend. Most of them are in Electric Town. You don't mean Akihabara? Yes, I do. We all spend lots of time there. It's a place to be for tourists. That and Klace loves the atmosphere. A lot of his outings are to Akihabara. Wow, we'll get along great then. You mentioned something came up. Is everything okay? Why the delay? Oh, it's fine. Klace got into a fight. Him and his two managers disagree a lot. But Singe always manages to quell him. Oh, I hope it's nothing too serious. It'll be fine. Klace is a hothead. He'll be fine after venting and relaxing. Anyway, we better get moving. We won't get anywhere standing here all day. It's high time we ditch the station. Yes, again we will... I seem to save so often. Jeez. After a few moments of walking, we exit the station. I feel a soft breeze and take a sharp inhalation. It's nice to feel some fresh air after all that time. The plane and train ride here was definitely stuffy. Interesting. The air here feels different. Not in a bad way, I mean, just different. Though it's probably expected in a foreign country. The air almost smells cleaner than it does back home. Whoa, what's with that smell? Not what you're used to, huh? Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Just enjoy the fresh air. You deserve it. They did rush you onto that train, right? No time to relax after that long flight. But you're good now. Relax and enjoy it. Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, wait. Does that mean we were on the same plane? It's so cool. What are the odds? I'm gonna punch him. Actually, it's incredibly probable. We're both on the same contest. They likely expensed in bots. Stuffing says. Didn't say it slow. Don't want to downplay Keela. Pretty solid, actually. Good. You both want to. Oh wow, that was awesome. The social enter Rook, the social assassin, blurting out things we don't dare to. Didn't think of it that way, I guess. He looks defeated. See, that's why I refrained. Well, we shouldn't stand around. We didn't leave just to waste time out here. I've got a little bit of a surprise for you. Remember how we said things would be quiet? Well, Klace went and pulled some strings. Kind of strings that get you a limo. Oh, cool. Like, just for us? That was a pleasant surprise. Rook gives us a soft smile as he says the word limo. I can't tell if he's waiting. I can tell if he's waiting to let out that secret. Yeah, something like that. We'll use it to move you around town. At least until we leave Tokyo behind. But even then, we'll just rent a new one. This tour is going all sorts of places. You get to travel around the world in style. Mood completely reversed. Should we get going then? Where is it? Well, actually, it's right there. Never expected we'd get to driving in that, especially after they mentioned the low-key aspect. Well played. Definitely off to a good start now. He knocks on the window, calling to someone inside. After a few moments pass, a new face enters the scene. So, you two are it? That stuff tastes horrible. Yeah, I guess. Two winners, remember? We're not here to visit a chocolatier. Not what I meant. Just expected something else. Yeah, that's a good point. What does she mean? Well, you can call me Jade. It's a pleasure to meet the both of you. Contest just had a year of hype. I built up this weird image in my mind. Expected the winners to be larger than life. I apologise if I offended you in any way. Surely you can understand what I meant. We often have these sorts of preconceptions. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. No offence taken either. It's nice to meet you too. But speaking of preconceptions, can you tell us a little bit about Klace? I feel that the image in my head is wrong. You've met him, right? You must have all kinds of inside knowledge. I see him all the time. But yeah, many people get him wrong. Here's a few words I use to describe him. Self-absorbed, egotistical, holier than thou, arrogant, disrespectful, he's the worst. Ha. It was a joke. Oh. Still learning this humor thing. I guess I have a few more steps to go. That's a weird definition of a joke, but okay. She doesn't need steps, she needs leaps and bounds. So it's certainly how rumours have started. Someone won't know she's joking and it'll spread. Rook tries to teach me in our off time. But I guess I've far from mastered it. That explains it. Rook taught her. He's the last person in the world I'd say is funny. Well, I'd appreciate an honest answer. Of course, you can be shy and silent, but you can also be loud and outgoing. You can be polite and formal, or you can be crude and lax. He's just like any one of us. When you're up on the stage, or even when you're doing an interview, you're just putting on an act for the world. I think you'll get along with him just fine. I don't think you know him yet either. The amount of people that do is very small. Alright, thanks for answering. Sounds like he's under lots of pressure. It'd suck to have an image to maintain. And about the humour thing? You're doing great. No, she isn't. It's always fun to learn. Anyway, let's get ourselves in the limo. We'll get this adventure started. Gee, sounds good. I can't wait. My hype level is off the charts. It's not giving me a choice in a while.